Now I invite Jijin R S, co-authored with Dr. Babhuti Kashyap of Himalayan University, Itanagar, to present Understand the Impact of the Job Satisfaction Levels on Psychological Well-being and Perceived Stress on Employees in Kuwait. Please.
Yeah, good afternoon to everyone. So myself Jijin. Today I'm going to present the topic, understand the impact of the job satisfaction levels on psychological well-being and perceived stress on employees in Kuwait. The reason why I choose this topic, especially the people are working in oil and gas sector, they are not considering the psychology related problem, and they are only considering the problem related to physical. And due to the many problems, they are not giving more importance to the psychological problems, even management also. So other factors like a stigma, and they are fearing about if they shared about their problem, it may affect their job. So that's the reason I took this topic. So abstract is that workers' health and safety should be considered a fundamental organizational policy, if not a right. As a result, the study intended to determine the extent to which the job stress, industry and shift work pattern associated with worker health and safety in oil and gas industry. A total of 100 shift working personnel from the oil and gas business were randomly recruited for this cross-sectional research. The major research technique was shift worker survey questionnaire was used. A research-made questionnaire was used to collect data on the employee demographics and working condition. In addition, Cooper's occupational stress questionnaire was employed to gather stress-related data, and inferential data analysis was performed used. Chi-square and one-way ANOVA have been used. So what is stress? So workplace stress is a sort of stress that originates in the workplace or in the working environment. So we all aware that due to stigma, they have a stress or any other psychological problem, they are not going to disclose it due to stigma. So if you have 10 people have a psychology or other kind of problem, only 1 or 2 people are they are going to do something to get rid of it, or they are going to share someone they can trust, and 80 to 90% of the people are they are keeping themselves. And the idea of work stress refers to the changes that occurs as a result of stressors that are prevalent at work over a longer length of time. And stressful occupation may lead to burnout syndrome, which affects not only the one's health but also one's private and social life, as well as one's feeling of self-esteem and work quality, as well as one's ability to perform safely at work. So if they have stress, if they didn't do anything, so if they keep themselves, but physically they are here, but mentally they are not here, and the ultimate result is their performance is zero. And shift employment necessitates the arranging one's making and sleeping hours. This can induce internal desynchronization and resultant psychological and physiological disorder, as well as disturbance in the sleeping rhythm. And risk of disorders and disease in oil and gas industry. So many ailments and diseases, including the muscle-related problem, cardio-related problem, endocrine diseases, and psychological and emotional disease, and series of psychosomatic disease, infectious disease, and lastly cancer, have been linked to stress. An impact of shift work on social life of employees. The shift to employment has a significant impact on family and social life, and leading to psychological stress and psychosomatic disease. In reality, shift workers may have more difficulty balancing work and social obligation, because of most family and social events follow the general population in day-oriented patterns. So generally in the oil and gas industry, people are giving more importance to money. So if they fear that if they disclose anything related to stress, they fear that they may lose their job. That's the reason. And plus the stigma. They are not disclosing anything to their supervisor or the higher manager. And due to the complexity of the family or personal responsibility and the availability of community resources, coordinating with family timetables may become challenging. And time pressure and work family conflicts, parental roles, chronic fatigue, and psychosomatic complaints. Materials and methods used to for this study. So employees' job satisfaction, type of shift work system, sleep time, insomnia, musculoskeletal disorder, sedative drugs, adverse effect of shift work on their individual lives, adverse effect of shift work on their social lives, and adverse effect of shift work on their personal lives, as well as gastrointestinal problem, cardiovascular, and mental health problems were all collecting using the survey of shift SOS and questionnaire of the SOS workers. And personal information form designed by the researchers was used to collect the demographic and professional information from participants that might impact sleep quality and work satisfaction of rotating shift employees. And also we used the Cooper's questionnaire for measuring stress workplace environment. And initially, when we approach the workers, they are very reluctant to speak up because of the stigma. Materials and methods. The data as a descriptive statistics method were used to summarize data, and chi-square was employed in testing the relationship between variables. Results based on a number of demographic and work-related factors. The participant age ranged from 24 to 50, with the average age being about 35 years. The majority of the participants were married couples, 64%. Females made up about half of the participants, 56%. The individual's employment experience ranged from 1 to 30 years, with the average being around 52 years. And the most common symptoms were pains in the legs, knees, 69%, followed by the back problem, 61.9%, and shoulder aches, 41.7%. Also linked to a few issues among employees. According to the findings, emotional and mental disorder had the greatest incidence rate, 96.4, followed by social life, 84.5, and digestive issues like 84% due to the shift working. And staff who worked at night or on shift were more likely to suffer from sleep problems than those who worked on a regular daytime schedule. The effect of the occupational stress, according to the statistical table, female made up 56% of the study population, while men made up 44%. The male gender had the lowest percentage of low stress person, whereas their female counterparts had the largest percentage, as seen in the table. There was no significant difference in stress levels between two genders. And table shows that 36% of the research participants were single, whereas 60.4% were married. Furthermore, there were no significant variations in stress levels based on the marital status. And the study looked on into the degree of education among the employees in the study group. This shows that 89% of employees had a bachelor degree and 11% had a master degree. Let me conclude. Regardless of whether they worked in the office, laboratory, or oil field, the majority of oil firm employees in our survey said they were frequently exposed to stress. Over 3/4 of all participants said their job was difficult, although how stressful it was depends on the workplace. Our findings suggest that workers should get additional communication skill training as well as take preventative actions to improve workplace health safety. As a result, a comprehensive approach is required to tackle this issue, including pathology, psychology, sociology, ergonomics, economics, politics, and ethics to deal with the various domains that might affect results and address solutions at their finest. This necessitates the involvement of a variety of stakeholders, including ergonomists, psychologists, sociologists, educators, lawmakers, managers, and employees. And what we are doing right now, we are conducting series of awareness session. We are trying to educate them that mental health also like to be other disorder, like if you have a catch up a fever or any other disorder, we are going to consult a doctor, taking medication. Similar with that, if you have any stress, any other kind of psychological problem, you need to take action. So otherwise, if you keep it inside your body, it may cause you in the long run. So thank you very much for your opportunity. That's all from my end. Thank you.
Thank you, Jijin.